Mars Hill family, it's Dave here. I hope you're having a great week so far. Haven't done a video in a while, so just wanted to put something out to you guys, just encouraging you with what God's saying and doing. Just been super encouraged myself by just sharing with people, chatting with people, meeting with people, how God's stirring our hearts, how He's causing us to love Him and each other more, and really creating this greater sense of family. And it all fits in with this series that we've been running, Simply Church, but it's more than a series. It's about, I guess, where we're going as a church, that we're going to be transitioning, as you know, from Mars Hill Church into Simply Church. You know, that whole idea of who are we, what are we? We're just Simply Church. We're lovers of Jesus. We're lovers of people. We want to reflect Christ's love to each other. And we're really seeing that. And hopefully you've been journeying with us. I guess over the last 2-3 months, we've been exploring this. We've been looking at the values of Simply Church. We've been looking at the practices of Simply Church, and we want them more than just this kind of thing that we have to do, but actually it comes out of relationship. It comes out of the commands of God rather than just our preferences. And of course there are some differences in the way we look and do and see things, but ultimately God gives us some clear identity of what church looks like, and we're really looking to try and explore that and find that together. If you've missed any of these things, they should still be on the Facebook live stream. You should be able to pick up on some of those. So we've just finished a month of looking at practices, and so this Sunday I'll just be rounding it up, but I wanted to give an opportunity for everybody to ask a question. So if you're around this Sunday, if you're tuning in with the live stream, feel free to ask any question about anything we've been talking about in regards to Simply Church, and I'll look at trying to maybe answer some of those questions. And what that'll do is that'll springboard us into April. And so for the month of April, we're gonna, obviously at Easter, Chris is gonna come and share something, and then we're gonna start in the second book of Corinthians together. But for the month of April, it's also an opportunity to ask questions around Simply Church, to make suggestions, really just to kind of tease it apart, whether it's in our small groups, whether it's on one-to-one, so that by the end of April, early May, we kind of really know where we're all at. And what we're going to be doing as an eldership, we'll send a letter out to everyone just asking, do you still want to be part of this new church, Simply Church? We don't want to just assume it, but we'd obviously love everyone to be part of it. But we wanted to put that letter out to give people that opportunity to say where they're at. And then what we'll do is after that, in May, we will, as an eldership, come together in prayer and look at all of those who call themselves part of Simply Church, and we'll start putting together the different churches. So they'll be, as best as they can be, they'll be regional. Obviously, we'll be looking at people's availability, whether they've got kids, where they can be held, all of those sorts of things. Primarily, we want them held in homes, because we believe that's a great format, and it also means that people who've got kids, makes it easier for them. So, we'll be looking at that for the month of May. And then once we've feel that God's really given us a plan of what that looks like, sometime around June, we'll start rolling that out, sharing, what those groups look like, how they're going to function, and all those kinds of things, so that by the end of June, early July, we can implement them. So there's plenty of time to ask questions, to look at that. And as I said, your first chance is this Sunday coming up. And so again, I just wanted to put that out there, just remind you of what the process is in that. The only other thing I wanted to say on this video is Easter's coming soon, as we know. We had a great meeting yesterday as an eldership looking at Easter. And what we'd like to do is we'd like to hold a Good Friday service, just a short one, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Good Friday, so that we can have children involved, and hopefully that's a time in which they can come along too. It'll be quite an informal time in the auditoriums, essentially some musical worship, maybe some reflections. But what we'd also like you to do is come and share something about what Easter means to you. Whether you're a child or an adult, we encourage you to do that. Obviously, you don't have to. We're not going to be putting anyone on the spot. But there will be that opportunity, Good Friday, just to come and say, hey man, Easter means this to me. Or when Jesus died, this impacted my life in this way. So we want to give that opportunity on Good Friday. Easter Sunday, we will also have a service, and being a Sunday, it will be at our usual time. There will be similarities to what we usually do, just allowing the Holy Spirit to move. If you have words or pictures to share, please do. There'll be musical worship. Again, might be a short reflection. But this time, we're also going to have an opportunity for anybody to ask questions. Kind of like an Ask Us Anything around Easter, Jesus' death and resurrection, Christianity as a whole. So whether you're a child again or an adult, we'd encourage you to come and ask questions. It could be, why did Jesus die? What happened when he died? Where did he go? What happens when we die? All of these kinds of things. So just a real open opportunity to ask questions and then just bring a real reflection of the Easter message into that. This obviously makes it accessible to anyone as well. If you want to invite friends or family along, they might have questions or they might just want to come and hear. Please do invite them along. They are more than welcome, and it is a great opportunity to reach out to people on Easter Sunday. All the usual COVID safety precautions will be in place, so please do come along. We will also be having a craft table for the children that will be socially distanced, so again they can engage in that, but also within the questions and answers and the music as usual. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Any questions, just ask. Just our prayer is that as a church we'll just know God's peace, we'll know his love, we'll know his power in our lives, and that together we'll journey in this and we'll just see God move, not just in our lives, but our prayer is that he'll move in the lives of those around us. So I just want to say have an amazing rest of your day, the rest of your week, and hopefully see you soon.